She's back. Welcome to episode 30 of Kiki Said So. And I'm back because I took last week off, but just notice how I'm not saying sorry. I promised myself, I feel like it was last season, season 1 when it was just audio. I was like, I'm never gonna record a podcast if I'm really, really, really not feeling it. Like if I'm not in the right energy, I'll never force it because I never want to put out anything half-assed. So last week, mentally, I was not feeling so good. And my daughter was sick, so I had no opportunity to record. And so I just didn't do it. And I'm back, and you're so excited. And here I am. Ta-da! I'm sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with some makeup on. I got these sweatpants from Ross, $13.99, and they are some of the most bestest, comfiest sweats I've ever found. Like, have you ever tried on like your boyfriend's sweats and somehow they fit you better than any woman's sweats you've ever found? I also prefer men's sweats. These are so cute and gorgeous. I might end up hyperfixating on them and driving around to all the Rosses and finding all the colors. So that might happen. And I already got bleach on them because last time I wore them I was cleaning in them. One of my favorite things to do is clean in like comfy clothes that I feel good in, and I turn it into, I put headphones on and I put like a real good playlist on, and I clean and dance and obviously act like I'm in a music video, and it's one of my favorite things to do. I love to clean, and we just have a grand old time. It is still Pisces season. It is. Listen, a bitch is really excited for Aries season. I'll save all that for when we get there, but just so I'm excited. I love me Aries, you crazy motherfuckers. There are so many planetary events going on right now that it can be real easy to blame everything in your life on them. And I would know because I have done that. I do it, and I've been there. But one day you're going to be going sleepy night-nights, and it's going to hit you that no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to get you out of the shit that you've put yourself in. That playing the victim gets you nowhere, and you're going to realize that you are the only one that can change anything, and that right there will change your life. And that happened to me, and I needed to hear this, so maybe one of you needs to hear that. Okay? This is my favorite right now. This little Topicals Slick Solve. Listen, I have one for the car. I have one for my purse. I thought I lost it the other day. I did the whole, everyone stop. She's just so, I'm so late to the game. When too many people recommend something, I think they're all dirty liars and I don't believe them. And then when the hype dies down, I will give it a chance. And that is my sickness. But this, like, I need a clear lip gloss or balm that stays. But this one, I don't know. I can't see that far. So I don't know what you're able to see. But it looks like your lips are just wet. But it's not like too sticky in the way where it's annoying. I love her. I love her. I got her at Sephora. And she's now my new best friend. Give me a second. I recently was shot in the chest. Well, technically I was ghosted, but basically that's the same thing. So, feel sorry for me. My wounds will heal. Listen, I have ghosted people for years, and I am so sorry. Because I didn't know it felt like that. That shit fucking hurts. It hurts. And to anyone I have ghosted, I'm so sorry. And I would apologize. I don't think I have any of your numbers. So just know, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sending you out sorries. But, oh my, that shit hurts. I'm not going to do it again because I didn't know it felt like that. And it's not nice. Let's band together and agree not to do it. But so that hurt. I went through that. But I, no matter what happens to me or what I do to people, whatever, I have never been the person to be like, fuck all men, I'll never date you guys again. No, I love men and I love dating and I love love and I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. Like, I will keep trying. I'll keep dating and keep giving people chances, even if people continue to fuck me over. Or maybe it was karma, whatever. Let's not play the blame game. I will continue to give people chances. I love men. Don't like losers. I love men, but real men aren't losers. See? Math. And I do want to clear that up because I feel like people do think I hate all men, and I don't. I love men. I love men. I'm a lover of men, and I'm a lover of dating and kissing and love and just a real man's place in this world. I love you guys. I will, if like I got a girlfriend, friend, and she's dating a loser, I will have to let her know. It's my duty as a woman and her friend to let her know she's dating a loser and like he has red flags. But that is because relationships can totally be life or death for people. For both sides. You're like, you should be real fucking serious and dead ass about who you're dating and trusting. And I know people can be evil and like hurt you out of nowhere and you can never see it coming. But for those people that do show signs and those red flags early on, you should listen to that gut, even if they have like 100 green flags and one red flag. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's your fucking life. And I will always just, if I see some beautiful, gorgeous person being treated like shit by their partner, I will tell them, like, you deserve way better because you do. And if you think that makes me a man hater, you are cuckoo nanas. But I did want to clear that up, that I don't hate all men. I love the men. I love me a man. Also, I want to clear up, clear my name in the media. A couple episodes ago, I said, I don't know exactly how I worded it, but I was getting at that I miss my ex, and I just want to set the record straight. I don't miss my exes. I miss being known by someone. I miss being comfortable with someone and like having someone know me. That is what I miss. I love love and I love dating, but like being asked stupid questions and having someone not know you and like having to go through that process again and again and again, it gets fucking tiring. I don't want to tell you why I moved here or like what the meaning of my name is. Like, it makes me want to pull my fucking hair out. I just miss already being in that stage. And I know, it's what life is all about. Like going through the uncomfortable shit to get to the good shit. And kind of have the bad without the ugly. But, it gets boring sometimes. And so that is what I meant when I said I miss my ex. I miss being known by someone, not the ex. Thank you. I have a full-on Alani addiction, and I already know. Stay the fuck out of my DMs if you're gonna be like, my cousin's sister, shut up. Okay? I'm fully aware that this is not the best thing for me. Is it also delicious? Yes. They came out with like 2 summers, maybe it was 3 summers ago now, 2 or 3 summers ago. It was like a kiwi guava. I have a picture in my phone of the can. Let me see if I can find it. But these things are my crack. Coffee goes straight through me. It goes straight through all of you, but you guys just like continue to drink your caca juice. Anywho, it is delicious. I do love matcha, but I've never been able to nail making matcha at home. And so then I go out and buy matcha, And I'm spending like $8, whatever. But they had this drink a few years ago, and I took a picture so I can slide in Alani's DMs and be like, listen up, you beautiful people, can you bring back the actual good flavor for once and stop bringing out like cherry slushy and like blue slushy? Like, enough of the slushies, enough of the cherry. Can you bring back the one good flavor you had? And the only place I could find it was the gas station by the baseball field and by by Foss High School. And this motherfucker at this gas station always charges like 2 to 3 times what everyone else's charges. But that would be the only place I could find the really good one. And so I would pay for it. But still, you pissed me off. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so yummy. Am I going to be able to find it? Hold on. Let me try my absolute fastest. June 30th. I know I can do it. My favorite feature in phones is when you can type things up. I found it. Look at me. I'm so smart. It was kiwi guava. I have the best memory. Why does anyone doubt me? It was kiwi guava. Can you see it? I feel like that's going to fuck with the focus. I miss her. She was so delicious. I'm going to screenshot this so I can send it to them today. Delicious flavor. But I also just feel like how I know energy drinks aren't the best for people, and I know the side effects, but I do feel like it won't affect me. I feel like I'm immune. like what happened to the other people won't happen to me. That's just my delusional sickness, and let me be me. I'm aware of them. Stay the fuck out of my DMs with your warnings. Thank you. I went to the strip club here in Tacoma for the first time ever at a strip club a couple weeks ago. And I know I've talked about it before. The scene in Hustlers. I get goosebumps thinking about it. Where Usher walks in and he's throwing Usher dollars and they're playing his song and all the girls are on the stage dancing room and he's smiling. I die. That's my favorite scene. And that is what I expected out of a strip club. And I know there are strip clubs out there, but there's just something wrong with me where I genuinely expected this out of a Tacoma strip club. By fucking Parkland. So I walk in, immediately disappointed. Everyone is sitting down. No one is standing up, happy, excited. Like, no one looks happy to be there. No one, it just is lame as hell. And I have been told that if I want that experience to go to a strip club in like Miami, the South, Atlanta, Vegas. So obviously I will go there so I can live out my Hustlers Usher dream. Any hoosies. One thing I did love, even though everyone was boring as fuck, and there were some girls, and when they got up, no one threw money at them, and it broke my little heart. Like, go where you're appreciated, girl. I loved that there was big titties, little titties, stomach, no stomach, thick, slim, muscly, like girls of every height, shape, and size up there doing their thing, feeling themselves. I loved that. I loved that so much. It was so gorgeous and beautiful. And it just like, I just love women. I love women. And I love a woman who just like is I love humans who are like this, but like women especially who are just unapologetically themselves. It just, oh, my heart. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what we also know that Kiki loves? Kiki loves astrology. She brings it up all the day long. And I feel like I learned this. I learned it somewhere. So every sign has a sister sign. So there's water, fire, air, earth. Water, fire. Reminds me of Avatar. There's 4 elements, and each one of them has a sister sign. So there's earth and water. Those are sisters. I can't do the two. Okay. There's water and earth, and then there's air and fire, and they go together, and they kiss. So like Aries sister sign is Libra, Capricorn sister sign is Cancer, and all of the sister signs. So like each sign typically has a stereotype. When you have told someone your sign, they usually have said something about you. Like Geminis talk too much. Capricorns are hustlers, all about their money. Aries have anger issues. Every sign just has like some kind of stereotype. But one thing I learned is that stereotype that every sign has, the sister sign also very naturally has it. They're just not really known for it. So like Capricorns are all about their money. Cancers are also, every single Cancer I know is like about their fucking money. They don't play about their money. They usually have multiple jobs. They're hustlers. Aries are known for having anger issues. I, as a Libra, can vouch. I have anger issues. And I hate it, but it is typically with like the people I'm very most comfortable with. I just like can lose my patience really quick, especially if it's like stupid questions. It really gets me going. Pisces are known for, Pisces are known for being psychic and very, very intuitive. Virgos are very, very intuitive. A lot of Virgos I know, they'll talk themselves out of that, but you guys are very, very intuitive. And so just find out what your sister sign is. Whatever that stereotype is, you also have that. If you're struggling, slide in my DMs. Let me know. Let me have me some water. So I, as a human, obviously, there have been times where I judge. I've been judging the people, and it is something I obviously am not proud of, and I try not to. And one thing I love that I've been doing lately is like when I catch myself doing that. So if I'm about to talk shit about someone, whatever, I stop myself and I say, that's a choice, or choices are made. And I let the train stop there. The train is at the station and I get off. And it really has helped me. I see a fuck ass haircut and I'm about to resort to my old ways. I say, that's a choice. And I feel so proud of myself every single time. Because I really don't like the feeling anytime I catch myself talking shit. I feel gagas. I feel yucky. And so I have moved on to this. And I love it for myself. And if you would like to join me, just hold hands. And maybe we can kiss after. What? It was 40 years ago. No, it was like 2021 or 2022. A few years back, I had to get all 4 of my wisdom teeth out at the same time. And the only time I could get it done, cry with me now, empathize with me, was the week before Thanksgiving. Do you see the tears? It was the week before Thanksgiving. The best food week in all of the land. And so, I think my surgery was like Friday or Saturday. Thanksgiving was the next Thursday. And so, to eat my Thanksgiving dinner, I'd take my little bites, and I would, because you're only supposed to eat soft food, I would chew it with my 2 front teeth, the whole plate, just like a little rabbit. Do you know how long it took me to eat a Thanksgiving meal with my 2 front teeth? All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. I was at the table for like an hour and just chewing with my 2 front teeth. I wish I took a video of it. I looked so fucking stupid. Just, but what was I supposed to do? Just eat soup? I had eaten soup and pho for a week straight. I was like, fuck off. I will eat this Thanksgiving food if it takes me all day. And it did take me all day. And it was so worth it. Also, when you get your wisdom teeth out, they give you the little drugs. I hated, what did they give me? Hydrocodone? Whatever they gave me. I hated the way they make me feel. I would take them, sleep, or if I took them and I was awake, I would just sweat, excessively sweat. Like a friend picked me up and we went and ran errands, and I was sweating in all the stores. Like I felt like a whore in church. I felt like I had stole something and they had caught me. I hated that feeling. And then everyone that found out, like, who the hell did I let in my life? Everyone that found out that I had my wisdom teeth out were like, do you have extra pills? Can I buy them off you, you little fiends? Also, there are better things to be doing. Like mushrooms feels way better. I would prefer the Mary Jane over that stuff. It feels disgusting. To each their own. But I was like, no, motherfuckers, I need this for my teeth. I'd be popping those every 6 hours because that hurt like hell. And then I figured out that I have a problem with asking for help because is my daughter's a Sagittarius. She's early Sag season. So she's always around Thanksgiving. So it was surgery, Thanksgiving, her birthday. And I think she was at her dad's and then was going to come home the next day. So that night when I was all by myself, I was setting up for her birthday, like balloons, presents, all that stuff. But instead of asking someone to come over and help or buying those little machines to pump up the balloons, when you have wisdom teeth taken out, you're not allowed to use straws or blow or do anything like that. I blew up like 30 balloons. I ended up with fucking dry socket. And it felt like someone chewed like the hella peppermint gum and was blowing on my bones like, that shit hurt so bad. And I was like, maybe you have an independence problem and you struggle asking for help. Possibly. So I was popping those pills every 6 hours because it hurt like. That also reminds me, have you ever used it's the Dr. Bronner soap. I know they come in the little bars at Costco, but they always it also comes in a liquid, and it's like a blue label, and it's got lots and lots and lots of words on it. But that stuff, have you ever washed your armpits, your coochie, or your booty hole with that? It feels like someone put straight up ice, like icy hot on your bits. In the summertime, anytime I've used that, it could be a 90-degree day. I'm walking around sweating. Everywhere is hot, but my armpits and my bits, like that stuff is ice cold. Like, that shit should be illegal. It is like straight up icy hot all day long. Like, I'm sure if you farted, it would feel like someone's blowing gum air out your crack. Just straight ice. But I do love that soap. You feel so fresh, so clean with that soap. I do love it. Speaking of my kids, so I feel like having kids, especially, raising them the same, they came from the same, like, they have the same parents, but they're two very different. I have a Capricorn son, Sagittarius daughter. Complete opposites. But it just has shown me how, like, people and humans really are born into who they are. Their personalities, their, like, character, soul, whatever. And, like, they are who they are at their core since birth. And, like, yes, you can raise them and teach them morals and all that stuff, but, like, who they are at their core will always be there, if that makes sense. But they're just, like, she is a straight-up Sag. He's a straight-up Capricorn. They both have stellium, so they have multiple of that same placement in their chart. So, like, he has 3 or 4 Cap placements. She has 3 or 4 Sag placements. They're just, like, it's a lot. But my son, the Capricorn, He's very dramatic. I'm not sure where he gets it from. I'm still trying to figure that out. It's just whatever. But he is huge into smells. Similar to someone I know. Like my sister years ago. I think she must have like smoked weed. The smell was still on her hands and she was around him. And to this day, he thinks she's it's so mean. He's so mean. He thinks she's disgusting. Like, the one time he didn't like the way her hand smells, he's like, you're disgusting. If she touches this food, he won't eat it. It's so mean, but it's just like, that is him. But also, if you know any Capricorns, they are very, very blunt and they can be very mean. If you fart or burp around him, he won't eat the food. If he farts, it's fine. But he won't eat his food that's out because he said the fart is in the air and it's going to get on his food. I just can't. And then, like, my Sag daughter, when I think of Sages, I think of, like, very kind, very inviting, very welcoming. They always have lots and lots of friends, and they're always just the most welcoming people. Like, they never want anyone to feel excluded. They don't like to fight. They don't like people being mad at them. And that is just, like, her to a T. If we go to the playground within less than 2 minutes, she's already friends that they run on the playground, and she's made, like, you'll see her running and then like 15 kids running behind her, and that's just her. First day of school, she wasn't like, come to school with me, like, I'm really, really scared. Like, 5 or 6 years old, she ran on the bus with a group of strangers and like never looked back. And they're just two completely different people. My son has Capricorn and Gemini in his chart, and he is a lot more antisocial. Like, he does not trust everyone. He came home from school, and it was around the time of his birthday. So it's his first year of school. I'm trying to figure out who he wants to come. He was telling me a story about this girl he was playing with. I was like, do you want her to come to your party? And just dead straight, he's like, no, not everyone's your friend, Mom. That's some real shit right there. But they are just like the two most different people. And astrology is real. Astrology is science. You can't argue with it. But Capricorns are providers and all about their money. And none of this, me or his dad, has ever like ingrained into him. But he came home from school and he was like, damn, I forgot to give my friend $100. 6-year-old in kindergarten. I was like, why the fuck? I probably didn't say that, but I was like, why the fuck are you giving your friend $100? He's like, I told him if he made the shot, I'd give him $100. So I'm like, why don't you just have a conversation with him and tell him you don't have the $100 so you can't give it to him? He goes, then I'll be a liar. Then I lied to my friend. I'm not going to be a liar. So I'm equally proud that I'm raising a man who keeps his word, and pissed off that this 6-year-old skipped bidding like 25 cents and went straight to $100. Or he'll talk about constantly, like, it just reminds me all the time, like, astrology is real. He'll talk about all the time how he's going to make money when he's older, and how he's going to buy these really nice cars and take care of his sister, and she doesn't have to get a job because she'll live with him in their house. And anytime I've bought something, he wishes he could have bought it for me. It's so, so real, and it's so funny. Oh, I love it. Also, I've asked people before, like, if you could pick or plan your kid's sign, would you? And I'm pretty sure I'm done having kids. But I don't think I could ever be like, oh, I want like a Cancer baby, or like, that's one, too much pressure, but also like, with the month they're born and then the rising and moon, how it plays into it. It's also different. They're so funny. Obviously, look at their mother, but just the funniest little kids. Now I have this theory. My hips hurt, but they don't lie. I have this theory, like, the beginning stages of getting to know someone. You usually are showing your best. You're showing up as your best. Like, you get yourself dolled up, whatever. When you're growing up, my mom especially, when we would have guests over, she'd be on her bestest behavior. Like, she was so nice and so different. And I feel like everyone's experienced that. Like, house would look like it's never looked before. She would act like she's never acted before. Like, people put on their best behavior, especially for, like, new connections, relationships. And I feel like in dating, you show up as your best self. So I just have this theory that you should run for the fucking hills. If in that beginning stage, they disrespect you, they talk down on you, they show you those red flags where usually you could probably talk yourself out of it. Be like, well, it was just that one time, or it's not really that serious. Run. Leave your shoes behind and just run. One, for me, I'll never ever date a man who calls me a bitch, but also I'll never friendship, coworker, relationship, whatever. I do not put up with you putting me down when you're joking around. That's like one of my biggest no-nos. I don't do it to my friends. I don't even do it to myself. I never do that. But there's just little, like, people can make little slick comments or disrespect you in really, really, really slight ways that I feel like it's just my theory that you should pay attention to that in that little beginning stages, because it's probably them slipping up or showing you who they really, really are. And what is scary is you really can never know anyone. Like, someone can show up as their best constantly and one day snap. That's terrifying. But I feel like they're just our little signs. And I don't think you should wait until something is absolutely terrible to leave. Like, for me, that's huge. Disrespect in the beginning has always been a no for me, and you kind of just have to practice leaving. And one thing that has always helped is, I think it helps because I'm a mother, is if someone talked to my daughter like this, my kids like this, or if you, the person disrespecting me, talk to my kids like this, I'd never be okay with it. And so why am I putting up with it? That's always helped. But it gets easier with practice. Like, you have to do it once and then do it again. And it'll never help if you get into that spiral of like, well, what if it was just that one time? And what if they didn't mean it? No. I always try to look at things with, like, the most abundant mindset. Like, there are so many other good people out there, and there are so many opportunities. Don't limit yourself to just one. There are so many sissy people out there, so many beautiful humans. I'm just saying. One thing I also say, because I'm not dumb. Like, I'm delusional, I'm not dumb. It's okay when I say I'm not perfect. I am fully self-aware. I know this about myself, and it's okay. Like, Kia, you're not perfect. But to hear it come from someone else's mouth, like, especially someone I'm dating, they're like, you're not perfect. It is like, you are yelling into a microphone right now. You are like, the volume is on max. You are like the town crier telling the whole town square. It just feels so evil and personal. It feels like you're out to get me. But, like, when I say it, it's coming from a very compassionate place. And, like, I'm being very gentle and soft and understanding with myself. But I don't like it when you say it. And let's not. If I know this, then let's end it there. You don't need to say it. Okay? Glad we've had this talk. I already know it. Stop yelling at me. So nice. I feel like, I said it in the last episode, but anger and both jealousy, I feel like, are two things that have really gotten a bad rep, but they can really, really serve you. And I already talked about anger, but jealousy really, it can get a really bad rep, but it serves like a really good purpose. Like, anytime you feel jealous, you can just look at that and like thank jealousy, because it's giving you clarity on what you want. And maybe you're not honest with yourself or self-aware enough to know that, but anytime you're feeling jealous, that is something that you deep down desire, whether you want to admit it or not. So you can just thank it, because it's showing you like, oh, I didn't know I wanted this kind of a relationship, that kind of freedom, money, car, land, house, dress, body, whatever. And it will help if you start to be a lot more honest with yourself. Like, you start to feel a jealous feeling, and instead of being all bitter or like in denial, like, I'm not jealous, be like, oh yeah, I do. I want that house. I want that body. I want that money. I want that car. And just, it is so much more freeing when you're just honest with yourself. Because if you can't keep it real with yourself, then who the fuck can you be real with? Like, who are you if you can't even keep it real with yourself? Just admit it. Like, yeah, I do want to find man. I do want to not work. I do want lots of money. Who the fuck does that hurt? No one. And now that you know what you want, now you can ask for it. You can manifest it. You can work towards it. And I feel like usually the people that are in denial have been let down or let themselves down a lot. And so they start to pretend they don't want things. Because if you don't admit you want something, you can't you won't be let down by it. But that's just putting limits on yourself. And let's not do that. Another thing that I don't think we should ever do, capital ever, is go through people's journals. I'm letting you know right now, when you put me in the casket, the air fryer, the pizza oven, whatever you choose to do with my body, put my journals in there with me. I'll be taking them with me when I fly high. There's no excuse anyone should ever touch my journals. And there's about 4,700 of them, because the bitch loves to write. And I could never recommend journaling enough. Like, it helps. Anytime I feel like chaos in my mind is running a million miles per hour, I've been hurt, I've hurt someone, I'm missing someone, whatever, as soon as I start to write, and it's just like, you just write what comes to mind, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, you feel like those kind of days where everything went right, or you got some sunshine, like, that is how it feels. It just, your mind is quiet, you start to feel the little tweets of the little birds. I could never recommend it enough. So I have journals in my cars, I have journals by my bed, journals in storage, so many journals. I have to keep buying them because I just keep filling them up. I got so much shit to say. What do you expect? I'm a deep thinker. But yeah. And also, I don't project or take things out on other people when I deal with the things myself. So let's try that as a group. I cannot recommend journaling enough. When people tell me they don't journal, it is almost like you're missing out on one of the best free resources in the whole sweetest world. I am really curious. So I've talked to one friend about this, and she can relate, but I'm like, can the rest of the world relate? And are we even surprised that I'm talking about this? Do you feel like when you hold in your poop for too long, do you feel like you start to get sick? it's almost like the toxins are like seeping into your blood and they're like trying to take you down. It's like all the evil is trying to get to you. You don't feel like that? That is, I feel like you're all agreeing. Yes, Kia, you're all right, like always. To me, I like to poop at home. I like to poop where there is a shower. I like to poop where there is a bidet, some wipes, and the comfort of my own home. I do not enjoy pooping in the outside world. You will not catch me pooping in a club, a Target. Home. I want to poop at home. And it's funny because I feel like anytime I've dated someone, stayed at their house and left really early, the thought might cross their mind that I'm not interested. I really just needed to go home and go poopies. I'm not doing it in your house. I feel like it's such an intimate, vulnerable time. I don't want to do it. I want to do it at home. Okay? But anytime I've had to hold it, like if I've worked a double and I don't poop before I work a double, I'm in for a hell of a day. And I usually hold it as long as I can, and like 4 or 5 usually hits, and then I start to feel sick. And I know I've had my caffeine, I've drinking water, and I've eaten all my meals, and I'm like, you can't fight this any longer. So I shed a tear as I have to go. But I don't like to do it. I don't have a good time and I don't enjoy it. I feel sick. But I'm curious if when you two hold it in, do you feel sick? Because I do. And maybe some of you are too ashamed to admit it, but if there's one thing we've learned about me is that I don't give a fuck. I thought we came to this conclusion a long time ago. Have you ever seen, where did I see it? It brings me so much joy. I saw it on Reels. Have you ever seen celebrities go skating? But their bodyguard has to go with them. So they're skating and they're like cheesing and having the time of their life. And then their big ass bodyguard, like no joy on their face, is just jogging along behind them. It makes me so happy. And they look so silly and it's so funny. And I miss skating. And if you ever want to see a man go from a 5 to a 12 expeditiously, watch him put on some skates and move his little hips around and dance around the skating rink. You will leave pregnant and you're welcome. It is one of the finest things a man can do. Even if you don't want to skate, just go and watch. Just go and be an observer. It is one of God's greatest gifts to this earth. It is so sexy. Speaking of celebrities, who is your celebrity crush and would you slide in their DMs? I probably have like 42 celebrity crushes, and I've slid in half of their DMs. I don't give a fuck. It's not that serious. But I will say there's a new feature where you can only slide in their DMs one time, and then they have to answer before you can send more messages. So you really, really have to be creative about your message and like really get to the point and really sell yourself in that one message. But it's just really hater behavior, because I feel like given the opportunity to send some back and forth, I could send some voice notes, like we could really, really establish something early on. But yes, I slide in lots and lots of DMs. Like if I see a movie and it's got a cute actor, I'll slide in their DMs. But it's really not that serious. Like I would never date a celebrity. I just want to flirt with them. Something wrong with that? If so, take me away. Guilty. I love flirting. And who was it? Yeah, like last time someone showed me a football player and I found out he was hot. So I slid in his DMs. Like, is that a crime? No. Gosh, because when I give people here chances, they ghost me. It was just one time. But I will never let it go. Anywhoosies, another thing I will continue to do is be selfish. And I recommend you do this too. Come hold my hand and we'll do it together, because everyone around me benefits when I'm selfish. When I put myself last and I make no time for myself and I'm on the back burner, I am a raging bitch. Like a certified asshole. But when I can spend money on myself and I did a little self-care, I had time for myself, and I had some me time, like that cup was filled, now everyone around me gets my best self. Everyone wins because I'm showing up as my best. And I have room to be there for others and have the patience for others, and just everyone wins. And so yet again, I will continue to be selfish. And I will never apologize for that. I know you know someone in your life that has never put themselves first. And they wear it as like this badge of honor. Just like, I don't do nothing for myself. La, 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 la. We know with your stank attitude and you have no joy and no happiness. We can tell. But you do you, honey. Okay. That will be a deathbed regret, but that's fine. I got a new IUD like September. I love my IUD. But with this one, I don't really get a period, and I hope it stays that way forever. So usually I can track my period because a girl is bleeding, but this time the way I track it is like one day I'm randomly really, really sad or just a bitch for no reason, and I'm like, this is it. And I call it my Scorpio moon day, and it's a day where everyone can get it. Fuck everyone. Nothing's worth it. It's the end of the world, and it really is that serious, and I'm just a moody, raging bitch. And I cry, and I yell, and don't you dare ask me to cook on that day. And it is just like, I have my day. And I let myself have my day, and I don't try to be positive. And I do, for everyone's benefit, try to distance myself from everyone. Like, probably won't respond to texts or go on social media. But yeah, I just let myself have that day. I don't try to look on the bright side. I don't try to be positive. I let myself have that day. And then after that, I'll get back into it and get back to my normal self. But I will let myself have that day. Because it's normal. And also our shadow self or our ego, if you try to push it down your whole life and try to deny or ignore it when it is very, very real. There was this book and it showed so many examples of usually people have this midlife crisis where they try and be perfect and good their whole life, and then one day they snap and it's the ego finally has their turn or shows their self, and they do their little evil things, because no fucking human is perfect. We all have a good and a bad side, and bad, or there's the angel and the devil, there's shadow and light to everything. And I feel one thing that has helped me is letting a little bit of that chaos out in my daily life. Letting it, how do I want to word this? Yeah, letting that chaos out in little ways where so I'm not good 24/7, and I'm not kind or being my best self 24/7. I let that chaos out in little healthy ways. almost so one day I don't like push it down and like suffocate it and then one day snap. Does that make sense? One book that really helped with this was Existential Kink, and I feel like I've recommended it before. I got it on Amazon. I'm really annoyed because it's in storage and I have no idea where it is. It's probably like in the back corner. But this book will explain it so much. I am not the fucking author and I'm not an expert. I'm just a girl. But it was a really, really good permission slip to just like almost accept that part of myself instead of ignoring it or pushing it down. Yeah, but if you want like a really, really good, way better explanation, read that book because I butchered it. And also, it's not my book. Thank you. One thing I've been doing lately, and I know why it's helped me. One, if you're into human design, I'm a projector. I'm also a 3-5, and everyone can benefit from it. But every chart I've read, everyone I've talked to has told me I'll benefit from talking to strangers. Like I'm thinking back to my last like 3, 4, 5 jobs I got because someone recommended me. Someone told me I'd be good at it. Like I got these opportunities through the connections I have in my life. And so I've been opening myself up a lot more and talking to strangers more. I can't remember when it was, but I just said out loud, I was like, universe, I want my energy to be a lot more open and welcoming. And I want to like experience a lot more connections. Just connect with humans more. I feel like for a really long time, I really shut myself off. Because last year, I don't know, I shut myself off. There was a lot of hurt, but also past few years I've been healing from a lot of things, and I do feel like I'd have a lot of days alone, and I don't know, I would almost just shut myself off. But anyways, I've been talking to strangers a lot more recently, just like creating conversation, complimenting them, like allowing myself to create opportunities where conversation is welcoming, almost like my energy is a lot more welcoming. I'm not wearing AirPods in the stores. I'm making a lot more eye contact, and to some, like especially people with anxiety, that is probably like your worst nightmare, but it's just the funnest thing in the world. Getting to know strangers and like hearing their stories and really seeing how cool and special and unique all humans are. I love humans. But I've been talking to a lot more strangers and I've been reminded that there's no such thing as coincidences. So like I want to upgrade to another Toyota. And I was thinking about it, and then that day I got an oil change and I left my window down, and this little old man starts talking to me, and he starts telling me about his Toyota and how it's got 500,000 miles. He's never had a problem of it. He's like, I love it. I'd recommend it to anyone. I want to upgrade to another Toyota, and I just saw that as like confirmation. And he was just the sweetest old guy. We were talking about his life, whatever. And then I was at work, and I really want to move this year, but there's certain things that I want when I move. Like I'm very specific about what I want. Not too specific where it's restricting, but I know what I want. That day at the bar, there was a realtor, and I was able to tell him like, hey, if you see this coming up this year, I'd love to be connected with a person that's renting that or in that kind of position to help me. And then 2 minutes later, I serve a table, and she starts telling me about her private rental. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but I was just like, the day I say what I want and I open myself up to like, because before I would never bring that up. I would think you can do this all on your own. Don't tell anyone what you want, because like evil eye's a thing and people can sabotage, whatever. But just the more and more I've been opening myself up to connections, I've just met the coolest people. And found so many confirmations and been able to compliment so many people. And I love humans. And so, and it really has helped me live in the moment, I feel like, versus live in my head. And I love it. And maybe this is your sign to get out of your head and talk to more strangers. People are not that scary, and all people are not bad, and stop telling yourself that. But I hope your week feels like a Riri song, like a early 2000s Rihanna song, a 2010 good banger. Ooh, that's a good thing right there. Especially for Pisces season, Miss Riri the Pisces lit us this week. Remember our favorite Bible verse? Nothing even matters at all. At all. You're welcome for that. Just a reminder, when you go get my name tattooed, to get it spelled right. So it'll be KIA. Okay? Just make sure it's spelled right. I love you. Say it back. Till next time. If you want to see me do another episode with someone you know, you want to be on it, slide in my DMs. Slide in them. They're open. They're welcoming. Come on in. And that's all I have for you. Bye.